Hello everybody, welcome back to Random Rosters. It's episode number 97 of this lovely series. We're here in season number 5 inside of ESPN NFL Primetime 2002, and we randomize the rosters with a fantasy draft. We're watching how the season would play out in a batch of games throughout this video. We are on week number 17. We're on the verge of the playoffs, and of course it is an absolute mess, and it's hard to figure out who would go where if what happened. So I've been staring at the screen for honestly, 20 minutes at this point, just trying to figure out what is going on, trying to figure out which games are important or more important than other games as we move through week number 17. The tip of this iceberg here is actually going to be the Ravens and the Buccaneers. Now, the Ravens, they can basically win and cement themselves AFC Central champions. The Buccaneers can win and force a very important game between Green Bay and Minnesota later on today. But if Baltimore wins, then the NFC Central should be wrapped up by Green Bay. Shouldn't be a problem. So that's kind of conundrum number one. Then if we go down just a couple games, we have the Falcons and the Dolphins. The Falcons are in an interesting position here in the NFC. They are currently 8-7 with a couple of other 8-7 teams. We have the Bears, the Vikings, Eagles, and Washington all at 7-8. So if they were to perhaps slip to 8-8, they have lost 2 in a row. We could see them run into some issues if, say, the Buccaneers fall. They fall to 8-8 as well. Who would own the tiebreaker between the Bears? The Bears, the Vikings, Eagles, and Washington. I hadn't even considered that. Honestly, I was so focused on the AFC side of things. I believe the Bears play the Lions. The Vikings, the Eagles play the Giants, who I believe are out of it. Where's New York? Oh God, the Giants are in it. Oh, I missed a potentially huge game. Oh. Crud. Oh man. Oh man. What am I looking at? Oh, Atlanta. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, this is a mess. I didn't look enough at the NFC side of things. The Cowboys play the Giants, so I need to actually put that one in. I think we actually might have 4 games here that are pretty important. Oh, the Cowboys play the 49ers. Eagles play the Giants. That's actually still a big game. So what would that need to be? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Eagles play the Giants. So what? I guess if Miami wins, if maybe just throw that one in there. Philadelphia, New York. I think those are that's where is that game? Eagles, Giants at Eagles. Is that after? Yes. Okay, so hold on. All right. We'll put that one on the list. Oh, good Lord. The next game that we're going to take a look at, I did not consider the NFC as much. I didn't realize that there were so many teams involved. The next most important game that we're going to take a look at is the Cleveland Browns taking on the Tennessee Titans. One of these teams is going to end up with 9 wins because they are both 8-7 at the moment, and that's going to make things interesting here in the AFC. It's going to guarantee that there are 5 teams with 9 wins and above. The Ravens can win and just cement themselves in. The Bills can win and they are in. We're not going to watch that game, but that one's a pretty key piece of information. And then we're going to have either Cleveland or Tennessee in the 9-win range. Oakland, they play Denver late in the afternoon. The Steelers play the Bengals, who are out of it. The Seahawks play the Chargers. And then, like I said, the Broncos play the Raiders. The Bengals could end up at 8-8. The Jaguars could end up at 8-8. The Colts could end up at 8-8. And it's just a mess. It's just an absolute mess. So we do need some teams to win here. The Chiefs are locked in. The Patriots are locked in. A Ravens win would clear things up quite a bit. A Bills win would really help clear stuff up. And then it's kind of just a bunch of teams fighting for 2 spots. but some of the teams that are fighting for these 2 spots would knock out other teams at the same time. I'm curious to see if things kind of go off the rails. Does a Seahawks or Broncos tie help or hinder their ability to get into the playoffs? And then, yeah, this is such a messy intro. I do apologize. I thought I was more prepared than I was. Looking here at the NFC Central, we have Green Bay and Minnesota. The Packers 9-6, the Vikings 7-8. They would need some help, so you could see if the Falcons lose, they can make a run at a playoff spot. They would need a lot of help to get into that position, and they're second in that line of teams that need help. So if Tampa Bay were to win, I think the Bucs would probably cement themselves into the playoff spot. This is a mess. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how many teams were in here. I think the call might be to do Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Atlanta and Miami, Cleveland, Tennessee, and then New York and Philly. Because the Giants would drop to 9-7. But that would only push the... Oh, man. God. This is where I wish I had a, playoff predictor. But there aren't a lot of stats here as far as, wins and losses. I think I'd have to go pretty deep into figuring all of that out. There are way more teams in it than I realized, and more important games than I realized. But let's get into one here. Ravens, Bucks. And we will check the standings throughout with the simulations and kind of see what we're looking at. I was able to go in and kind of tinker with the way that this gets formatted through OBS. The PS2 does not look great through an HDMI converter. So it has a pretty thick black bar on the left side and on the right side and up and down. But I went in because I was tinkering with another setup and I understood a little bit more what I was doing. So I went in and formatted it in a little bit better way so that it looks a little cleaner on a little fuller screen here on the random roster side of things. Sorry that it is so late in the season, but you know what? That's just how it goes. Okay.
Offensively, they're currently ranked 19th
50.
in the NFL
there we go.
passing the football.
50-50. That's all I'm looking for. We'll X this out because for whatever reason, Paint seems to run this kind of hot. Remember when I said I was going to be kind of quiet?
With the weather today.
Week 17.
The Ravens
now, if the Ravens win, they'll lock their spot in the playoffs.
Once these teams settle down,
because they'll win the AFC Central. But that'll force a Bucs loss, which puts them at what, 8-8? Oh boy, you're really running.
10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's put the Razor camera up top.
Looks like play action.
Going with a play action pass. They'll go out to the flat. Picks up a nice first down. That's Emmitt Smith past the 35 up to about the 37-yard line. And a good start for the Baltimore Ravens.
First and 10.
So we have a bunch of key games to kind of look at to see. I think that we have a pretty solid set of 4 games that we can just kind of let things happen around there. We have 3 good games.
Around the right corner.
And then a bunch of other games that are kind of dependent on other things. And it's annoying.
Smith gets the first down. Great use of
Smith already with a couple touches here on this opening drive and getting them all the way out to midfield. First down and 10.
But this guy truly has the heart of a warrior.
Pass play.
Johnson deep and misses his throw. Take a look at the offensive line here. Emmitt Smith in the backfield. Keyshawn Johnson, David Boston. Johnson throws back behind the line of scrimmage. That's another touch for Emmitt Smith, but that one's going to get dropped for a loss of 5. Coming up later tonight, we got MVP 06 NCAA baseball. New series here on the channel. Those videos are a little bit shorter than I realized. First one was about the length I thought it would be, and this next one was on the shorter side. I don't think it'll be consistently on that length, which is about 45 minutes. But if you would like to check that out, that is going on now. We're playing as the Washington State Cougars. They are a pretty miserable baseball team, but that's how it goes.
Miller back to punt.
So 4th down and 14. They got a good start on the drive, but it stalls out around midfield. Random Rosters in NBA 2K24 will be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the channel. Be back with more gameplay in the morning. I don't know what it's going to be. It depends on when Gunhead releases. I think it's going to release Wednesday at like 9 a.m. on the PlayStation Store. So it'll probably be RoboQuest tomorrow, and we'll check out Gunhead on Friday. Both of those are first-person shooter rogue genre games. One of them is a roguelike. One of them is a roguelite. They are both very good. RoboQuest is hitting 1.0, so that'll be interesting to see what that looks like. First catch of the day for him. Will pick up 10 and gets him a first down just past the 30-yard line. Most likely be checking out the adventures of Tintin as we see a false start here on the offense, and that'll be the weekend gameplay, the Sunday-Monday gameplay. Taste test on Saturday. You know the drill.
Is not going to win him any points with the coaches.
First and 15 at the 26
First and 15, pie to go here in the first quarter.
Running play, goals right.
And that is Jackson, I want to say the last name on that. Ty Law coming up with the tackle. Not a whole lot of room to work with, and they'll pick up 3 after the false start.
Here's the run.
And a run left side, drilled at the 35-yard line. They'll set up a 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 at the 34-yard line. The Buccaneers send a man in motion.
Gerback throws to the outside, finds a receiver, and a nice completion.
Great timing between the quarterback and receiver.
Terry Glenn, 1 catch, 12 yards. First reception of the day puts him at the 47-yard line. Both teams starting with pretty similar-looking drives. Couple first downs to get out to midfield. They're going to go with a screen play here. He overruns the blockers, but it doesn't seem to matter in this particular case. James Jackson, first reception for 13 yards, 19 yak. Which I kind of wonder if the game understands. It seems like the yak might actually be more than I've realized it's been. Or more than it should be. Like it counts horizontal yak as well. Which doesn't make any sense. Because it's just north and south. But if you count that he runs 5 yards left to right, could look weird. But they do throw the ball pretty far behind the line of scrimmage. First and 10, the Buccaneers in Ravens territory. That's a nice catch. Darren Sharper, first tackle of the day.
Bowie with the ball. Bowie
run off the left side inside the 15. That'll pick up the first down. Bowie 4 yards on the 1 carry.
First and 10.
Pitch to the outside, drilled deep behind the line of scrimmage.
Eric Allen is still playing at a high level.
Eric Allen, 2 tackles. That one's going to drop him for a loss of 5. Pitch to the outside. They're going to try that side of the field again, and it's about as effective. They lose more yards. 3rd down and 16. Could be the final play of the first quarter. Tampa Bay has gotten deep in Ravens territory, but they have really stalled here
defensive
Like the
play.
defender got his hand in the air. That'll be an incomplete pass, which stops the clock at 2 seconds. So they will come out for a field goal try.
35-yard field goal attempt by Akers.
I'm having one of those days where I'm like, man, sure wish I had maybe recorded this at a different time of day. Otherwise, it'd be a long video. But right now, I don't really have the time for it. Sneaks inside the left upright.
That's his
Field
first
goal is good.
today.
3-0.
Score at the end of the first quarter, the Buccaneers 3, Ravens nothing. The Ravens set to receive the kickoff.
Got Aaron Rodgers potentially teasing a return in a few weeks. He'll take that from inside his own end zone. He'll get right about out to the...
Alexander. First and 10. Weak eye for the offense. Going to run it. Stop by Williams.
So we'll see what that amounts to.
A 1-yard
Jets kind
run
of still
by
there. I mean,
That one I didn't
they
get.
suffered a pretty bad loss to the Chargers today, but
Underneath and
the AFC is a bit jumbled at the moment in real life, so we'll see what happens as the season progresses. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to come in and save the Jets season, but Lord help us all if he does. Second down and 11, they're going to go run left side. Smith makes a first man miss, gets thrown down by Fredrickson.
8-yard run.
Carl Fredrickson, that's right, from Disney Pixar's Up on the tackle there. Third down and
At the
2.
26-yard line. Bring in the nickel package. The quarterback looks to pass.
It's a nice little throw over the middle, short pass, easy completion, and a good conversion for a first down. John Jones on the reception there.
First and 10. The Ravens send a man in motion. Here's the run.
Emmitt Smith tries to find a little room off the left side, but can't. Bottled up Sam Cowart on the tackle.
Second and 10. The pitch out.
Pitch to the outside. They're going to go Smith left side again, or far sideline.
Down by the defender.
And there's nowhere to go.
Neutralize that play at the point of
They
attack.
gave up like a little bit of
Third and 11
ground
at the 31-yard
on
line.
the, like through the ground game, and they have made a terrific
Ravens
adjustment
send a man in motion.
to put this defense in a position to stop those plays. They do not stop that 3rd and 11, which is a little disheartening for Tampa Bay fans.
Chris, that was a well-executed play by the offense.
Just a good execution. Tom Jackson, you're correct. Well executed play by the Baltimore Ravens offense.
Going to run it.
We go with a run with Smith, and he just gets kind of tripped up more on the hit boxes rather than the actual players, but he's down for a gain of 1 all the same.
48-yard line.
Why are you using 50% of the CPU? What is going on? OBS, I need you to calm down.
The ball to Smith.
Emmitt Smith tries to go left side, but nothing doing there.
Third and
Oh,
9.
you know what?
At the
Probably 'cause I
48-yard
have-
line.
I have a need to buy a new computer.
At the 2-minute warning.
All right, 2-minute warning here. Third down and 9. Tampa Bay up by 3. Been a very quick first half here. That's what we're looking for.
Johnson looking to throw.
You know, Chris,
Nice find to the far sideline, right at the 40-yard line.
For what the other is trying to do.
Charles Johnson, second catch of the day. Sets him up with the 1st and 10
A first
inside
down
Tampa Bay
with under 2
territory.
minutes to go in the half. Strong eye. Receiver in the slot for Baltimore. The pitch to the back.
Pitch to the outside, and nothing
Anton Winfield.
Nothing on that one. I mean, a huge loss. Winfield with a big
As an impact corner.
stop in the backfield. Loss of 6. Second and 16. Go with a draw play.
Brought down by
Looking for some room, but can't find a whole lot. He'll pick up 4. Let's put him in a 3rd and 12.
Ravens send a man in motion.
Johnson takes the snap, finds another receiver on a long 3rd down. Or long down in distance, I should say. I don't remember if that was 3rd down. I literally just looked at it and forgot. 1st and 10, 104. Into the end zone, but deflected.
That's his first pass defended today.
The defense did something in their coverage that must have confused the quarterback into making that pass.
Johnson out to the outside, overthrows everybody, but they're going to get a pass interference call here defensively.
Number 22, defense. Penalty accepted, 1st down.
That was a close one, but the DB has to be careful not to give the ref the opportunity to call pass interference.
First and goal at the 6-yard line. Johnson with the play fake.
Johnson to the end zone.
Defensive play, incompletion. Let's go.
Can't find a completion.
Interesting stats so far, Tom.
Baltimore's drive again stalls out.
That attacks the left side.
Your host also may have forgotten there was a pass interference penalty, and that was 1st and goal, not 3rd and goal.
Johnson.
2nd and goal for Johnson over the middle. Probably should have been picked.
3rd and goal at the 6-yard line.
But instead they get to live another down. 48 seconds to go here in quarter number 2.
Pass play.
Johnson to the back of the end zone, but deflected nicely by number 59 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Needs to read the defense better than that. They're all over his target.
And Morton Anderson's going to come out to tie the game.
Good by at least 10 yards. That's his first field goal today.
Yeah, at least 10 yards. At least 10 yards, Chris Berman.
High and to the left. First and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's the run.
Run off the left side of the line. Picks up a good gain. He went for 11 on that one.
Strong after that run.
Yeah, and he'll have a big day, Tommy, if he keeps picking up yards like this on every play.
See if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers choose to be a little more aggressive. They do on that play, but Ty Law is in the way. 2nd down and 10. Gerback over the middle into a cluster of ravens, or a flock of ravens.
A hit like that is coming.
Gerback looking to throw.
Gerback over the middle. You see a timeout. Okay. There we go. Might get the rollout play. They don't actually need to bomb it for the end zone. They could actually pick up 25 yards maybe.
Gerback looking to throw.
Gerback. Oh, it's intercepted. He'll go out of bounds. I'm surprised that was intercepted. It was a pretty good contested catch opportunity, but Baltimore comes away with the ball. So throw over the middle. The defender hits his hand on the ball, and that will do it for half number 1. Good 3rd down conversion percentages on both, actually exactly 66.7%.
The Buccaneers back to receive the kick.
4 for 6, 2 for 3. And the kick is away. From the 5, the Buccaneers will return it up to the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. 4 down linemen on D.
Gerback throws to the flat, finds a receiver who makes the catch, but it's going to be no gain, maybe a loss? Yeah, loss of 2, actually.
Second down and 12 to go. Here's the handoff.
Goes with a handoff.
Brought down.
Not a whole lot of room to work with on the left side of that line. Eric Allen, third tackle of the day. And it's third down and 10.
3rd and 10 at the 25-yard line. The quarterback looks to pass.
Oh, that's a nice find on the outside. I like that throw. The receiver beat his defender, and a great throw where it was either going to be his receiver was going to get it or nobody was going to get it. Oh, off the hands of a Ravens player. Not what you want to see from a guy who's already thrown a pick. Second down and 10 from the 37.
Buccaneers. Quarterback drops back. Pass deflected. Incomplete.
Another nice pass defense there from Darren Sharper. 2 pass defenses and a tackle. He has been effective in pass coverage today. Third down and 10.
Gerback gets downfield.
Buccaneers a little too pass heavy for my liking. They did start with a couple of runs, but they lost some yards early in the downs. John Jett will come on for a punt. 4th and 10 here. Up to the 26-yard line or so.
1st and 10 at the
1st
26-yard
and
line.
10. 3:42 to go here. Early stages, third quarter. Not a great drive from Tampa Bay. A lot of incomplete passes. A nice third down conversion, but that's about it. You see the Baltimore Ravens start with a pass of their own. That one incomplete. 2nd and 10. Your running backs can stay in the game. You don't have to abandon them. It's only 3-3. There's a nice run. They're going to try the outside, but Smith gets taken down by Robert Porcher. Second tackle of the day. Limits the gain to 3. It felt like if he got past him, it was going to be at least a first down. Instead, an excellent tackle on the line forces a 3rd down and 7.
The quarterback looks to pass. A 9-yard pass by Johnson.
The hardest
Johnson
catch in football
finds
is the one in traffic.
Johnson.
That was a good catch.
Third catch on the day for him.
At the 39-yard
1st and 10.
Gonna run it.
Tries to find a little bit of room. God, these hitboxes are brutal. Smith again, just when you think he kind of has a lane, it closes up, and it's not always because the defenders are
2nd and 9.
closing those lanes. It's just the hitboxes are so bad. 2nd and 9.
The pitch out. Breaks it outside.
Pitch to Smith. He turns upfield. He'll pick up maybe 2 there.
They're down in 6 for the 1st. Johnson looking to throw.
Johnson finds Smith, keeping him involved in the offense. It's way too quick of a pass with that down in distance. You got to at least get to the sticks. Smith had no chance there. 4th and 3.
Comes their second punt of the game.
That punt is a nice one inside the 10-yard line. Get a very short run back. Excellent coverage there. I don't even think he didn't even make it back to the 15-yard line. Usually we see about an 8 to 10-yard return. That time it was about 5. 1st and 10. A little bit of a play action. Oh, a nice find on the completion out to the 35-yard line.
They better alter their coverage and give more help to his side of the field.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action pass. He throws out to the flat. Nice completion out to the 50.
At the 50-yard line.
That was just a blown coverage.
Bowie with the ball. A 1-yard
Bowie with the
run
ball
by
off the
Bowie.
right side. Kevin Lewis picks up his 5th tackle of the day.
2nd and 9.
Gerback out to the flat. Nice spin move there. Picks up a medium gain. Eddie Kinnison does. 1 reception, 4 yards, 5 yak. 3rd down and 4. Under 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Nice efficient drive here by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to go with a run. Play off the right side, and I think the tackle... Ooh, the tackle, because they're showing McDonald there. I think they're...
Here comes the punting unit.
Oh my gosh, they're going to punt it? But what if the clock runs out? Don't punt it yet. Oh my goodness. I thought he had the first down with the way he got tackled. But then when they show the defender, you know that the defense won. So it was going to be 4th and short. They elect to punt the ball.
End of the 3rd quarter. Tie ball
I think
game.
if the clock runs out, the
Ravens 3.
AI switches and changes their game plan there. I mean, that's 4th and short.
10 to go.
That's a very small field position change after the punt. Tampa Bay may have just tanked their entire season on a weird call. No one in the NFL today would punt that ball in that scenario. But this isn't today. This is 20 years ago, when the Patriots had to wait all the way till week 17 to potentially have 2 weeks off. 2nd down and 9. Because if they get the number 2 seed, they'd have the bye week. That'd be wild. Hand off to Smith. I like that they're keeping him involved here. This is what you want to see. Don't just chuck it around the field if you're not completing the passes. It's one of the big problems Cincinnati has. It's one of the big problems Indianapolis has.
To the strong side, 2 tight ends for Baltimore.
Terrific opportunity here for
Quick drop.
Baltimore to take a lead late in this one, but that's not a great throw. Defender all over it, and actually just like that, it's 4th and 8.
Tackled by Rosenthal.
This punter has himself a strong leg.
1st and 10.
First down
at the
and 10.
42-yard line. Single back, 2 tight ends for the Buccaneers. Pass play. Caught
Throw
by
out to the flat, finds a nice completion. He gets absolutely drilled, but not before he picks up the first down and more. James Jackson. 4 catches, 50 yards.
The pitch out by Gerback.
Nice pitch there by Gerback.
By Holmes. A 1-yard run by Bowie.
He
Kenny
beats
Holmes
it
picks
right
up
in
his
the
first
hole.
tackle of the
This is
day.
set up by the rest of his team maintaining their lanes and allowing him to do his job.
Gerback. Drop back.
Gerback over the middle, but can't find anybody.
3rd and 10.
Incompletion
at the
brings up
44-yard
3rd down
line.
and 10.
The Buccaneers send a man in motion. Quarterback drops back.
Gerback finds a receiver in a little bit of traffic right at the 30-yard line. Terry Glenn, he has 4 catches, 53 yards on the day,
With under 3 minutes to go.
and it's 1st and 10.
The quarterback looks to pass.
That's another nice find in some traffic. Hit immediately after he caught it. Glenn
By Glenn.
back on the screen. 2nd down and short. As we approach the halfway point of quarter number 4.
Here's the pitch out.
We'll pitch there, turn up field, and then get drilled, but make sure you pick up that first down. James Jackson, 34 yards on 9 carries, 50 yards
Near formation.
on his receptions, so nearing 100 total yards.
Quarterback looks to pass.
Chris, the defender
I forget what they call it. All-purpose yards, that's what it is.
Ball to Bowie.
That's a nice find. What the heck happened there? This game is falling apart.
An 8-yard run by
He
Bowie.
had a good gain there, and then it warped him forward. Big opportunity with a 3rd and 1 and 2 minutes to go. Oh, they're going to drop back to pass. He throws it, and he finds a completion, but he's going to be short of the end zone. Patrick Jeffers getting on the board. First catch goes for 9.
First and goal at the 1-yard
This is
line.
where you would love to see some excellent clock management. Really wind it down. I don't know if the game is programmed to do that. It sure isn't. Wow, easy touchdown. Kind of some decent clock management as well, because he ran some seconds off. But he stayed in to block and then
What determination.
didn't have anybody to block, so he made himself a receiver. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers take a touchdown lead with 1:38 in the 4th quarter. Could be opening the door for a very wild AFC Central.
Here's the kick.
Inside the 5, up to the 20.
Stop by Wright. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Ravens send a man in motion.
See what the Ravens have here. Now the Ravens, I believe, 9 and 6 at the moment. They're going to be for sure matched with 9 wins by Cleveland or Tennessee. That'll be coming up a little bit later. But can Pittsburgh join the fray? Could this potentially knock Baltimore out of the playoffs? Oh, they're going with the big bomb, and he gets sacked. A disaster. On top of that, it's going to be a hold, but they're going to decline the penalty as the yardage loss from the sack was monstrous enough. 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17 at the 13-yard line.
And that play just does not work when it's not a Hail Mary situation. Toward the end of either half, we've seen players run it, or teams run it for some reason in situations like that, and it's, I think, been a sack every time.
4th and 10.
4th down and 10. Now, this is an interesting decision. I would punt it,
Looking to throw. Caught.
and that's why I'm not the coach. They're going to get the catch and the timeout. And the timeout there is exactly why I would punt it. You have 3 timeouts sitting in your back pocket. Don't give them a free field goal to make it an insurmountable lead with that amount of time left.
Down on a shoestring tackle.
It's a really quick use of the timeout, 49 seconds to go. This game does start to get dicey once it gets to about 16 seconds because of the way it runs the extra stuff.
Pass play.
It lets the clock run in the background for some reason. We're going to get a pass interference call. Oh my goodness.
On number 26, defense. Penalty accepted. First down.
They got caught there. It was a nice call by the ref.
1st and 10.
So 1st down and 10 from the 27. 45 seconds and 1 timeout left.
Johnson looks downfield.
Johnson to the end zone. Finds a Tampa Bay Buccaneer instead.
As we go
Fortunately for him,
inside
just
the
deflected, not
numbers.
intercepted.
Interesting stats so far, Tom.
Inside the numbers, not a whole lot to talk about.
Side of the field.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Throwing toward the end zone, finds a reception at the 7. 34 seconds and counting.
Great timing on that pass.
That took some guts to even try to thread the needle. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Johnson steps back, finds the back of the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
6-yard pass.
What a drive by Baltimore. Aided in part with penalties, but a huge 4th and 10 conversion early in this drive is able to help them propel down the field for the game-tying touchdown.
by Anderson. It's good. That's his first extra point today. Here's the kick. Tackled by number 36.
Oh, I went to look up
30-yard
something.
return by Tennessee.
All right, 20 seconds to go. Tampa Bay should have some timeouts to work with. They only have to get about 40 yards. That's not really going to do the trick, but the timeout is quick. And it's second down. Run off the left side. Quick timeout. Gain of 9. 25 yards. Problem for Tampa Bay is going to be that if they convert this 3rd and 1 without it being a chunk play like that, Ty Lawyer,
is awarded player of the game.
player of the game. God, if this ends in a tie, oh my Lord. Baltimore will get one more shot at it, but I don't know that their quarterback has the strength to get it all the way to the end zone. We'll likely see them try.
Quarterback looks to pass.
No time on the clock, and he'll just take a sack. All right. So we are done with regulation. I think a tie here would clinch the NFC Central for the Packers. And I think Baltimore would win the AFC Central. So we're in kind of an interesting situation here. 3rd kickoff of the day for David Akers. You can get a lot of scoring until the final 2 minutes. And that's why you see teams really manage the clock differently now. Inside of 2 minutes, in that situation, you just kind of you just take as much time as possible. Field goal still wins you the game. You don't need the touchdown. But you don't want to give a team like Baltimore, especially now with Lamar Jackson and how good he is, you don't want to give them any sort of time to get down the field.
Anton Winfield has the speed that defensive coordinators love to have in their corners.
Tampa Bay gets burned and they give up that game-tying touchdown. 2-yard loss.
Johnson looking to throw.
Nice completion out near the 30.
Emmitt Smith is a TD-making machine. While owning the single-season record of 25,
3rd down and
Emmitt
5.
also has the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9-year span record. Truly amazing.
Tries the run, but can't find as much room as it looked like there was going to be on the right side. The Tampa Bay bench cheers as 4th and 3. Brings out the punting unit. Deep punt to the 20. He'll return it up to the 35. One of the better returns we've seen.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Be careful where I rest my feet. Cords everywhere under the table. Thought he had a receiver there, but it was off the hands, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Another nice defensive play by the Baltimore Ravens. Wow. Okay, pretty heinous drive there by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was 3 passes that touched 3 Baltimore Ravens defenders' hands. 20 up to the 30. He'll get somewhere between the 30 and the 35-yard line.
Down, 10 to go.
1st and 10 from the 32. 3:31 to go here in overtime. We've already seen one tie. Going to be interesting to see if Cleveland makes or misses the playoffs. I go back to that Week 4 game where they ran out of time for the game-winning field goal.
Second down and inches.
Second and short, I formation.
Quarterback drops back. Caught.
Deep throw down the field, and that'll get him on the outskirts of field goal range, probably in field goal range, most likely.
First down and 10 to go. It's a run.
Going on with a run up to the 25, inside the 25, down to the 22.
A 10-yard
Emmitt
run
Smith out
by
of
Smith.
Florida. They're going to keep the ball in the offense's hand. I wonder how close they are wanting to get here. Oh my gosh, they are throwing the football.
He just dropped the ball.
Oh no, that is such a bad plan. Just kick the field goal. I know it's 2nd and 10, but kick it. Kick the ball.
28. 28.
Quarterback drops back. Incomplete pass.
3rd down and 10. Every throw, there's no reason for them to be throwing the ball in this scenario. There's actually very little reason for them to even have the offense on the field at this point.
Johnson drops back.
Johnson into the end zone. Oh my goodness, almost a ginormous interception.
Unit comes on the field.
All right, Morton Anderson, he could put this game away. Baltimore trailed by 7 with under 2 minutes to go. They drove down the field, tied it. It's blocked! Unbelievable!
Good.
That's the first blocked field goal we've seen all season, and it happens in an overtime game. Their clock is running for some reason. I don't know why.
The pitch to the back. Nowhere to run. A 1-yard run by Jackson.
That's unbelievable. Oh my goodness. 2 minutes to go. The clock obviously should not have run there on the change of possession. It's one of the
At the 43-yard
one of the
line.
little quirks here in this game. It feels like it's a company that just doesn't quite understand the intricacies of football. It gets like the broad strokes and probably sees the dollar signs as far as like, oh, an NFL license will bring a casual fan in to buy our game, but
50-yard line.
yeah, that clock should not have been running. Also, the play was blown dead when the defense should have had an opportunity to return that ball. And there was really nobody around him.
Gerback looking to throw. Brought down
Man,
by Sharp.
Baltimore survived some really terrible play calling and almost threw a pick the play before, and then the field goal got blocked. Unbelievable.
By two tight ends for the Buccaneers. Caught. Stop at the 22-yard line. A first down.
Under a minute to go here.
The Buccaneers send a man in motion. The quarterback looks to pass.
He was out of bounds about 15 steps before he got called out. Are you kidding me? And then smartly, Tampa Bay is just going to go for it. They're going to kick the field goal. It's a 1st and 10. The kick is up. The kick is good, and Tampa Bay wins in overtime.
That's his second field goal of the game. Final score,
Unbelievable.
overtime. The Buccaneers 13,
Unbelievable
10.
win. Baltimore went from a team that looked like it was going to lose, that looked like it had the game to win, and then lost. Wow. Okay. So, this game doesn't mean anything, so let's through that one. 7-0. Cardinals beat the Panthers. That's not really going to help us much with the standings. However, we can take a look at the Central. The Ravens are going to sit at 9-7. They'll be joined by the Titans or the Browns for sure. The Steelers can notch a 9th win as well. In the playoff standings, this is where it gets kind of interesting. Ravens still looking like they're in pretty good shape. But they could get overtaken depending on some tiebreakers, especially in what is always wild AFC Central. We are going to move over to the AFC East, taking on the NFC West. The Falcons trail the Rams by 2 games with 1 game to go. Obviously, they can't win the NFC West. But it is a win and you're in for the Falcons, I believe. Because they're in right here with another 8-win team. So Falcons just have to win. They'll punch a ticket to the playoffs. For the Dolphins, they're in a bit of a more precarious position, but they do get some help with the loss by the Ravens. They're in the East sitting at 8-7. They are in this cluster of teams that are 8-7. We're ahead of the Seahawks and the Broncos, who are 7-1. The question is going to be, is there enough space and can they get enough help to wiggle their way into the playoffs? So let's go ahead and switch that to a watch, and we will join. We'll join, not in progress, but we'll head down to Miami, or over to Miami, up to Miami. I'm not sure. We were in Tampa Bay. That might be the wildest ending we've seen all season. We haven't seen a blocked kick. We haven't seen a blocked punt. We haven't seen anything like that.
ESPN. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to NFL
until
Prime Time.
It was maybe the worst possible
He's
time
Tom
for it
Jackson.
for a team.
All of us at Prime Time and all of us at ESPN, welcome.
That was one of the harder parts I had. One of the harder times I had figuring out was like, is there enough room if so-and-so wins and this team wins? Is there wiggle room for a team like the Dolphins to get into the playoffs?
Meanwhile, the Atlanta Falcons enter the game in 2nd place of their division, currently in a 2-game losing streak.
Thanks, Tom.
When the weather is dry like today, look for coaches to stick with their team's strengths.
So it's going to be interesting. That now makes the Green Bay game pretty important.
Falcons set to receive
Green Bay can
kickoff.
just kind of win and they're in, but Minnesota could prove to be spoiler.
There are few things
I think Green Bay's
in a football
probably
game
still in a pretty
than
good
the ball
position,
first kicked off.
even if they lose. But you never know.
First
Cleveland,
down,
Tennessee coming
here
up
we go.
next.
The D
Pittsburgh,
shows
Cincinnati got
4-3.
interesting with the Ravens loss.
Banks, quick drop.
Chris, he had the ball the whole way till the defender got there.
Second
Rondé
down,
Barber.
10 to go.
Making his name known early in this one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down.
It's a nice run off the right side. Gain of, actually, I thought it was going to be a much better run. But it is a gain of 4. Sets up a 3rd down and medium. 3rd down to like a long medium. Quick throw to the outside. Don't think it was going to get much more past that. But we have seen players just kind of have a weird slip on a banana peel or an ice patch. And the receiver able to get around him. But no such luck on that one because the receiver dropped the ball. Mark Royals will come out of Appalachian State on a 4th and 6 for a possession that took about 20 seconds off the game clock. And he is going to give... Oh, it's a fumble. The Falcons recover it, and they'll be tackled at the 35-yard line. What is happening? This game is completely falling apart here. And again, the clock moving, even though it was a change of possession, but whatever. Banks finds a receiver to grab it with one hand.
You know,
Ismail.
Chris, the quarterback said he had a great
Raghib.
week of practice, but he can't do it
Raghib.
all by himself.
gives the ball to Falk. Brought down by Siragusa. A 1-yard run by Falk. Second down and 9 to go. The D shows a 4-3. Banks, quick drop.
You know, Chris, I was talking to the offensive coordinator.
David Terrell with his first reception. One catch goes for 8 yards. Sets up a third down and short. Huge turnover for Miami. They kind of gave him like free field goals. They're going to go with a quarterback sneak, but it's trying the left side and everything gets blocked up. Cluttered and clogged and nowhere to go. So the Dolphins make the mistake, but they hold them to just a field goal attempt. And they still didn't really take a whole lot of time off the clock. Like most of it came from the weird lack of stoppage time on the change of possession. So the kick is away, and the Dolphins will return it from 5 yards deep. And they'll get to the 15-yard line. Hey, if he had just taken the knee in the end zone, he'd gotten those 5 yards. And not getting hit like a G-darn fool.
The Dolphins send a man in motion.
McNabb hits a fumble by the Dolphins again. 2 Dolphins players have touched the ball, and both of them have fumbled. Is it the same player?
First and 10 at the 26-yard line. Far formation for Miami. The pitch to the back.
Pitches to the outside.
Stop by Williams.
Or near side, I guess I should say, because I came towards us. They'll pick up 4.
Second and 6.
Second and 6.
At the 30-yard line. 4-3 defense for the Falcons. Running play.
Run play off the left side. Can't find a whole lot of room. Just going to bring up third down.
Third down and 5 for the first.
McNabb, quick throw off the hands and incomplete.
Wow, man, he was crushed.
Here's their first punt of the game. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. The D shows a 4-3.
So first down, pitch to Dunn. And he tries to stretch it toward the boundary, but really good defense by the Miami Dolphins to drop him for a loss of 6. Second and very long here. Ooh, that's a really nice draw play. They lost 6 on the toss play to the outside, but gained 13 on a delayed handoff.
48-yard line.
Banks with a quick throw. He's going to go outside, and I think the defense is going to win that battle. We saw it in the previous game as well, where I thought that the team, the defense threw him forward, but didn't, like, threw him forward across the line to gain. But it turns out they were inches short. Tackled immediately at the 10-yard line.
Tackled by Kelly.
And with 13 seconds left in the first quarter, the Miami Dolphins will get the ball back as we take a look at the linebackers and the defensive unit of the Atlanta Falcons.
First down and 10 to go.
Goal 16. Goal 16. Set.
He gives the ball to Bettis.
Bettis gets knocked down at the 20, at the 19, excuse me, after a gain of 6. And that will be the final. Oh, just kidding. This will be the final play of the first quarter. And I bet Miami wishes they could have a second crack and maybe thinking about that play again. I think they're going to end up with like a 3rd down and 10. That was a really solid gain to an equally bad loss.
Dolphins, nothing.
And we have a low-scoring affair here in this one.
3rd and 11 at the 12-yard line. We tie 2 tight ends.
They actually lost more than they gained on the previous play.
Pass play.
McNabb with a deep drop. Finds a nice soft spot in the defense. And a solid catch there by number 83 to pick up the first down. 3rd and 11, and he went for about 15 there. 1st and 10 from the 31.
The pitch out. Runs right.
Second and 7.
Strong eye. 3 wide for Miami.
Green 33. Green 33. Set.
McNabb, another deep drop. Ooh, a screen play that just... It didn't go anywhere. It wasn't... Those aren't typically run all that well, but then that one was probably going to be blown up in the backfield. Maybe a good non-reception there.
First down and 10 to go.
1st and 10. Nice reception. Nice conversion there on the 3rd down. Good to go with a pitch play. Bettis is going to try and make the first man miss, but the second guy gets him. We've had Miami showcased in the series before. He's a guy that I've always felt is like, just run him up the middle. I don't know why you're running these fancy pitch plays out to the side. And it's not just because they don't typically work in this game. It just feels like an incorrect play for the back that you have.
Darrell Russell is one of the most intimidating defensive linemen in the NFL.
3rd down and 11 for the first.
Goes with the draw play. Very nice run right up the middle. It was a terrific run by Mike Green along of 11. And he's going to pick up the first down. A methodical drive here by the Miami Dolphins. Another deep drop for Donovan McNabb. He fires wide, and that's incomplete. Not a whole lot to talk about as far as the yardage.
Interesting stats so far, Tom.
They aren't interesting at all, Chris Berman. Handoff. Finds a hole on the right side of the line. He'll pick up probably about 8 there. 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2 for the first.
It's a very good opportunity for the Dolphins to tie this game up. They are probably out of field goal range at the moment if it's a 57-yarder from here. And that does not do anything at all. That's about the worst possible call you could have in that situation. Yeah. Loss of 6. Forces a 4th and 8. Out of bounds the ball goes, and it's the 2-minute warning. 3-0. Atlanta now with the ball. 1:56 to go in the second quarter from the 15-yard line. Met immediately. Though he's thrown forward, he'll probably gain half a yard thanks to the kindness of the Miami Dolphins defense. I don't think they actually moved that ball at all. Goes with a draw play to the fullback. He'll pick up about 7.
3rd down and 3 for the first.
3rd down and 3.
Bang. Banks looks downfield.
Banks finds a contested catch, or at least a congested catch,
A
to
14-yard pass
Wesley
for Paul. That's
Wells.
his first pass
If that is a
reception
tricky
today.
name to say. Stanley come up with that name?
Because he always manages to find a crease.
Stanley,
in
the
his opponent's
inspiration,
defense.
alliteration. Second down and 10, 1:05 to go here in the half.
Falk with the ball. A
Oh,
one-yard
Marshall
run
Falk.
by
For some reason, I thought it was work done. I don't think I've actually said the running back's name throughout the day.
Third down and 9.
But I don't think of Marshall Falk when I see number 28. I think of work done.
Back for the Falcons.
Third down and 9.
Downfield.
Banks with a very nice completion. He is off to the races to the 30, and he just ran out of bounds. All right, hey, nobody said this game was perfect. A lot of patch notes to send on to a studio that made this game. But that doesn't make any sense. It was actually a pretty good idea to run outside and try and get the angle, but he never turned upfield.
13-yard pass by Banks. He's 3 for 4 passing on this drive.
When you position your body.
And especially when you have that many timeouts, like you're in such good position to just try and get extra yards. It's good to see you run out of bounds. Feels like a double-edged sword there. Second down and 10.
Banks drops back. Pass deflected.
Banks over the middle. I didn't see a Falcons receiver in the area, so not a smart throw by Banks at all, but a good job by this Miami Dolphins defense. Bend, but don't break.
Quarterback drops back. Caught by
Again, they bent, but they did not break. I wouldn't have taken a timeout there. Let it run down to 3 or 4 seconds and then take a timeout, but that also might be more the newfangled way of doing things. These offenses are
Good.
so constructed to
Goal of the game.
push the ball up the field a lot more, down the field a lot more than they were probably 20 years ago. So 13 seconds to go. Atlanta tacks on a field goal. Miami's defense does a good job. Keeps them within a 1-score deficit. Although this Miami Dolphins offense has not looked great
17-yard line.
in times we have seen them on the channel.
Pass play. It's
McNabb over the middle finds a nice completion. He'll get out near the 40,
If you're going to throw,
but they
you
won't
have to
take a
protect
timeout, and
like
that
you
will
saw
do it
there.
for
Because
half
of that
number 1.
protection,
We have a
a
6-0
quarterback
game
can
here.
have the luxury
Not a lot of
taking
offense to
his
speak
time
of. Miami
and
threw
putting a
away
little
their best
touch on
opportunity
the ball.
The Dolphins back
to get some form of points on the board by running a pitch play on a 3rd and 2 that lost like 6 yards.
We're underway.
Chris, the first minutes of the second half will go a long way to determining the outcome of this game.
Really nice return up to the 30-yard line. And Miami with a great opportunity to make some adjustments, drive down the field, and take a lead with the touchdown. Or at least put something on the board to get a little bit of rhythm going.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Donovan McNabb fires deep. It's off the hands of, I believe it fell of an Atlanta Falcon defender. Second down and 10.
Handoff to Bettis.
Handoff. Bettis with a beautiful spin move. He'll end up picking up about 8.
Fifth tackle today. Third down and 2 for the first. McNabb drops back.
That's a nice throw. I like that little outlet
Gets
pass
the
there.
first down.
Good job by Bettis. We saw it similarly on the touchdown
47-yard
for,
line.
was it
9-yard
Tampa
reception
Bay?
by Bettis.
I believe it was
That's his
Tampa Bay.
first pass reception
The
today.
back stayed in to block, realized there was no one to block, and then just created a receiving target for the quarterback.
The handoff
Nice job to convert for the first down
tackled by
and
Crockett.
get a nice gain. They'll keep Bettis involved here with a run. 3-yard gain, and that'll get him into Atlanta territory.
Receiver in the slot for the Dolphins. The pitch out by
Pitch to
McNabb.
the outside. Typically those don't work, but Miami blocked it well enough, or just got a good call against the Atlanta defense. And they're able to power forward for 5.
McNabb drops back.
McNabb with a deep pass is intercepted at the 20-yard line. It's 3rd and 1. I don't know why you're taking that shot right there. It just doesn't make sense. Just get the first down. Live to play another down. You're going to punt it on 4th down. It's kind of an arm punt, I guess, at that point, but
A 1-yard run by Falk.
it's not really what you want to do.
A little bit of a statement with that push.
As Atlanta putting themselves in good position to win and make it into the playoffs. Might end up closing down some spots, and I don't know that Philly's really going to have much of an opportunity to get into the playoffs.
3rd down and 10 for the first.
But New York, theoretically, could choke themselves a spot away, but I think they'll end up at 9 and 7. I don't think that game's as interesting as I think it is.
A 6-yard pass
I need
to Richardson. Tom, I thought the DB had.
a playoff
Unfortunately, he didn't make a play
format.
on the ball when it arrived.
But then I have to figure out what the tiebreakers are. It's a whole thing. We're approaching the halfway point of the 3rd quarter. Not a whole lot going on between either of these teams. He'll get it up to the 25, and I'm going to hop up and see if there's some water that I can drink.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard
We're through
line.
1. One watt. Well, like 3 quarters.
Black Hindy. Set.
McNabb looks downfield. A 9-yard pass to Sanders. That's his 2nd catch of the game.
Frank Sanders is a quality target with good size, good hands.
Set.
Bettis with the ball. Brought down by Buckley. A 4-yard run by Bettis.
Set.
The quarterback looks to pass. The defender gets a handout. Incomplete. That's his first pass defended today.
The defender thought he had the interception, but the ball was just out of reach.
16. Blue 16. Set.
Here's the run.
Nice run by Bettis.
Brought down by Lewis.
Beautiful spin move on the ref there.
Third down and 2 for the first. Bettis.
There's a much better call on a 3rd down and short.
Is that he always
I should actually go fill up the
ball
water.
carrier.
This game is not
Makes
going
his
anywhere.
reads quickly,
Mo Lewis,
so
4
the runner
tackles.
Doesn't have a chance.
4th and 2, we'll see a punt. Atlanta leads by 6.
First and 10. 4-3 defense for the Dolphins. Running play, right up the gut. He corrals him at the 26-yard line. Second and 8 at the 26-yard line. The pitch to the back. Takes it left. They're down in 7 for the first. 4 down linemen on D. The pitch to Falk. Bulls over the tackle. Falk gets the first down. That's the 10th rushing attempt today by Falk.
What so many people forget about good running backs is their great vision.
Time expired before the snap. At the end of the third quarter, the Falcons lead by 6. First down and 10 to go. 3 tight ends for the Falcons. The pitch out. Around the right corner. Brought down at the 42-yard line. Second and 6. 4 down linemen on D. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackle at the 43-yard line. A 1-yard run by Richardson.
We have refilled the Brita.
Third and 5 at the 43-yard line. 4 down linemen on D.
Excellent opportunity here for the Miami Dolphins to get a stop, and they can't do it. Marshall Falk.
A 10-yard run for the first down.
The big linemen are
Monster gain off that left side. That's a negative 3.4 yards a carry. What? I might have read that wrong. I hope they hand the ball to Marshall Falk again so I can get a better read at that, or a better look at that.
First down and 10 to go. 4 down linemen on D. The
Pitch to the outside. I guess that's why you would look at Marshall Falk's average and go, okay, maybe the negatives make a little more sense, huh? Second down and 18. Atlanta chewing up the clock here. Win here, and they are in the playoffs.
Handoff to Falk.
Oh my goodness, second and 18, and he still picks up a pretty solid gain. He'll get 7 to set up third and 11. Definitely have a fondness for this era's Dolphins logo.
Third down and 11 for the first.
I just like animals with hats. Hats or helmets. Ooh, they take the snap right at the 2-minute warning. Oh, what a completion. That's a big play there for Atlanta. Robert Ferguson, his first grab of the game, goes for 13 and a first down to help Atlanta start to get or to ice this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down at the 29-yard line.
Second down and 7 here. Working through quarter number 4. Game 2.
Second and 7 at the 29-yard line. The D shows a 4-3. It's a run. Nowhere to run. They lost
Aaron Scoble, third tackle, 1 sack on the day.
Carrying the ball. When the defensive front is beating the offensive front, it doesn't matter who's running.
Third down and 9 for the first. Bring in the nickel package. Banks looks downfield. Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass is going to save the Miami Dolphins a timeout. Ray Crockett picks up the game MVP, a pass defense and interception, a few tackles. Matt Stover can put this game out of reach with a field goal make here, but we saw what happened previously. This one is Good.
That's his third field goal in this game. The
9-0
Falcons are
Atlanta.
set to kick it off. The kickoff by Stover. First and 10. 4-3 defense for Atlanta. Pass play. The defender gets a handout. Incomplete.
Terrell
That's his
Buckley.
first pass defended today. That pass could have been picked off, Tommy. The offense just got away with one right there.
You're right, Chris. They need to be smart with the football to have a chance to get the win.
Oh, so we're going to get into a really weird spot here where they'll go for it on fourth down. Atlanta will come out to kneel the ball down, and then Miami will take all their timeouts. So we're stuck in an annoying location.
Now, looks downfield. Covered like a proverbial blanket. Incomplete.
Set. Cut.
Quarterback drops back. Caught with two defenders on it.
Okay, well, that at least takes care of one of the timeouts.
Set.
McNabb looks downfield. Caught. Let's go inside the number.
Ew,
Anything
let's
stand out
not.
to you in these stats, Tom?
The offense has shown they can attack the entire field.
Set.
2nd down and 3.
The quarterback looks to pass.
McNabb throws, deflected and incomplete.
That's his second pass
5 tackles, 2
defense.
pass defenses.
Set.
McNabb looks downfield.
McNabb,
Timeout, Dolphins. They have one remaining.
good. This is what you want to see. You want to see Miami burning timeouts or using them offensively instead of on the defensive side.
The quarterback looks to pass. Not
Deflected, incomplete, 6 seconds.
That's his first pass defended today.
Oh, wow. Going
Hold
false
on,
start, huh?
There's a penalty.
False start on number 63, offense.
2nd and 15. 4 down linemen on D.
Set.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Last play of the game. Incomplete. So 9-0 victory for the Falcons. That should secure their spot in the playoffs. I believe that's going to eliminate the Miami Dolphins because I think they needed a lot of help even to get into the playoffs. We can take a quick peek at the standings here before we head to Cleveland and Tennessee. A lot of games with playoff implications. I didn't realize how cluttered some of this was. Bills, Jets, this is the big one that we're going to want to look at. This is going to help us quite a bit. If Buffalo wins, it's going to really whittle down the number of spots that are up for grabs on the AFC side of things. If the Jets can pull the upset, that's where it starts to get kind of wild. So the Ravens will finish at 9-7. Titans or Browns will finish at 9-7. Steelers have an opportunity to finish at 9-7. And then we're just kind of looking at this AFC playoff picture, kind of keeping an eye on it. I believe the Dolphins are going to be out of it because they'll finish 8-8. So that'll be it for them. So that's one fewer team that we have to worry about. Bills can improve to 10 wins. They're on a 5-game win streak. Depending on the tiebreakers, Steelers, Titans, Browns could maybe overtake the Ravens. What I'm most curious about is this Titans or Browns team. What team that's going to be at 8 wins, if the Seahawks or the Broncos get a victory, are they able to jump in the standings? We'll find out about that a little bit later. Let's sim a couple of games here, and we'll sim just these two. Lions beat the Bears. I believe that's going to knock the Bears out of playoff contention. I think they needed a lot of help, but they had a chance. Falcons lock up a playoff spot with 9 wins. The Buccaneers sit with 9 wins. They're good as well. Packers are where it gets a little bit dicey. Actually, everybody in the NFC should be good. I think the only team that's in jeopardy right now is the Cowboys. Okay. Cowboys are the only team really in jeopardy. The Packers will still be good even if they lose. But it's still an interesting game from Minnesota's perspective. The Bills pick up win number 10. They might actually have won the AFC East. And that is going to slim things down here in the AFC playoff picture. 3-10 win teams. Chiefs could pick up win number 11 later today. All right, let's see who picks up win number 9. Bills won by 3, as we are going to watch the Browns take on the Titans. That's why I kind of look at the standings there. I think, unfortunately, maybe if the Cowboys lose, a spot opens up. Maybe they're just kind of good. But if the Cowboys win, then that'll seal the fate.
Welcome to today's game on ESPN.
It's kind of interesting, like, looking at it initially is like, it's so daunting and overwhelming because it feels like there's so much that can happen. But we're 2 games done here, and I'm looking at it going like, things are closing up quickly, which is kind of what you're looking for in this scenario. Don't really need to give myself more opportunities or more reason to watch a bunch of extra games that might not matter. Trying to learn how to be better about that. Because I think last season I put in a game that actually didn't matter. I am now kind of realizing how helpful the black bars on the side can be. As we are underway, Cleveland taking on Tennessee. If Cleveland loses this game to miss the playoffs, you could go back to the Week 4 game where they ran out of time for the game-winning field goal opportunity. I've been fascinated to see how that would play out, and now we might have our answer. Caught and tackled immediately. I don't know what they could possibly be talking about 11 seconds into the game, but all right. 2nd down and 6. My throat feels like I've already done 4 games. This is usually how bad I feel about toward the end of this video. And we are barely at the halfway point.
An 18-yard pass to Sloan.
Sometimes you've got to gamble
So I am
and give your receiver the
not doing great.
opportunity to make the play.
The good news for me is that even though my throat is not feeling great, everything else feeling good. Offensive unit. This is such a good backs and receivers core. But it's always felt like a team that's been held back by the quarterback position. And there have been a few teams throughout the season who have felt hampered by some of the decisions they made under center.
3rd and 8 at the 45-yard line. They'll rush 3 with 8 back. Burline, drop back.
Burline, nice throw, nice catch, turn up field.
He corrals him.
Defender had the angle and tackled him before he could get into the end zone, but it's a great find by Burline for a monster game.
That you see a tight end capable of catching a pass that far downfield.
First and goal at the 7-yard line. 4 down linemen on D.
Cleveland quickly into deep into Tennessee territory. Throws toward the end zone.
Good coverage.
Jump ball, but no one comes down with it.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line. 8 men up front for the D.
Berline with the handoff.
He corrals him
I went to
at the
throw my
1-yard
hands
line.
up for a touchdown, but a terrific tackle by Dwayne Washington to keep him out of the end zone. I thought Eddie George was
Third and
clear.
goal at the 1-yard line.
Clear for 6, but no.
Man in the slot.
No.
Running play.
And he'll get thrown into the end zone.
A
Eddie
1-yard
George's
run
touchdown
for
goes
the
to another man
touchdown.
who gains
He seems to
0
have a knack
yards,
for finding his way
but
into
picks
the
up
end zone.
the score. So right after I insulted Steve Berline for not being able to use to control this offense effectively, he drives down the field effectively
It's good.
and
That's his
gets
first
Cleveland
extra point
on
today.
the board, 7-0.
Here's the kick. Blown down by Brooklyn. First and 10 at the 21-yard line. Testaverde looks downfield. He runs out of bounds.
Offensive line for Tennessee, their backs and receivers. Eric Mold's probably the most
Second and
recognizable
2
name
at
on
the
that in that group.
29-yard line. The offense goes with the H-back formation.
Second and 2.
The pitch out.
Pitch. Tries to find a little bit of room near side.
4-yard run. for
Gets around the
first down.
defender and picks up 4. That'll set up a 1st and 10. Thomas Jones 4 yards on his first carry.
First down and 10 to go. Jones with the ball. Nowhere to run. Second and 10. H-back formation with an extra receiver in the slot. Testaverde.
Quick throw to the outside. Nice job by the defender. Looks like it's a D lineman out there. Roman Pfeiffer in an interesting spot there, but makes the sure-handed tackle.
33-yard line.
No gain. 3rd and 10.
Testaverde looks downfield.
Testaverde overthrows everybody. And that'll do it for that Tennessee Titans drive. Keith Brooking, Earl Holmes, Roman Pfeiffer. I believe we were seeing a lot of duplicates on this, especially on the defensive side between the defensive line and the middle linebacking core. Or the linebacking core, not middle, but for some reason it seems like there's a double. I don't know how long that's been happening, but it also kind of feels like this game is breaking the further we're getting into the season. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that's breaking.
First down and 10 to go. Strong eye, 2 tight ends for the Browns. The quarterback looks to pass.
Berline led a very nice drive down the field last time. First pass on this one incomplete. Second down and 10.
Berline dropped back.
Berline to the outside, but can't find the target, I guess, can't haul it in. Just like that, 3rd down and 10.
Berline looking to throw.
Berline, nice defensive play there by number 24.
That's his first
He'll
pass
bat the ball
defended
down, and it'll be
today.
4th
Ball
and
hit the
10.
turf. They were lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Pours on the speed.
A cover team's best friend is a kick like that.
1st and 10.
Set. Hot.
Handoff to Jones. Second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Set. Hot.
Testaverde looking to throw.
Testaverde finds a receiver to the outside.
Third and
Set up
11.
3rd down and 11, winding down quarter number 1 here.
For Tennessee. The pitch out. Over the
Oh, they're
middle.
going with the pitch pass. It's incomplete.
If the
It
quarterback
looked like it went actually right through the defender's hands. I thought the receiver might have a shot at it, but punting unit comes out, and it's a big boot down to the 15-yard line. 20-25, tackled at the 30 and thrown forward to about the 32. 15 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Cleveland had the one good drive, and it's been punts ever since. Burline down the right sideline. Can't find a receiver. Overthrew everybody.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Eddie George is in your backfield. Cleveland, do not be afraid to use him.
Burline dropped back.
Throw to the back in the flat. Should be the final play of the first quarter. Pritchett, second catch of the afternoon.
Clock reads 0 before the snap. Score at the end of the first quarter, the Browns 7, Titans nothing. 3rd down and 6 for the first. The D shows a 4-3. Burline dropped back.
Burline over the middle, missed his receiver.
Here comes their
Actually
second
threw that
punt
more
of the game.
toward them. Or more to the Tennessee Titans defender, but gets away with it there. And the first play of the second quarter goes nowhere, so that'll bring out the punting unit. Exciting game here in Tennessee between AFC
Brought
North,
down by Heath.
or former AFC North rivals. Titans now in the AFC South.
Man in motion.
And by North, I obviously mean Central.
Testaverde.
Cleveland in the AFC North with Pittsburgh, Cincinnati,
Second
and
10 at the
Baltimore.
24-yard line. The
Titans would move to the newly formed AFC South with the addition of the Texans, along with the Colts from the
Testaverde
East,
with the play fake. Caught.
and the
Cancels the marker.
Now this offense is
Jaguars.
showing what it can do through the air.
from the Central as well.
1st and 10. Weak eye receiver in the slot for the O.
First down and 10.
The pitch out by Testaverde.
There's a defender right on him, but the defender just never really went for the tackle.
The 39-yard line.
Might have actually, I thought he maybe went out of bounds
Second
there,
and
but it's
9
a
at the
silly move.
39-yard line.
So he did not get a whole lot for all the running that he did. 2nd and 9.
Here's the pitch out.
There's a pitch.
Runs outside.
Tries to cut back inside. They're going to accept a holding penalty. It's going to drop him back 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 19 from the Tennessee 29.
2nd down.
2nd and 19. 3 receivers set for the Titans.
Ring 16. Ring 16. Set.
Jones with the ball.
Jones with the ball.
Pile
Finds a
driven
little
by
bit of a
Glenn.
gap on the right side.
3rd down and 13 for the first.
Set.
Picked up 6 on the previous play.
Testaverde.
Testaverde bombing down the near sideline.
The defender gets
Cleveland
the
in excellent position to bat that one away, and we
That's
just
his
have
first pass defended today.
a couple of teams that don't feel like they are doing a very good job here. Cleveland, one nice drive. Other than that, it's just been incomplete passes and punts, it feels like. Nice coverage. Make sure that run back doesn't go much of anywhere. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line.
64. Flag 64. Set.
The Browns send a man in motion.
Cut.
Pass play.
Nice
By
find.
Chris,
One-handed
the wide
grab by
receiver,
number
quickly
82.
downfield, making himself an easy target.
First down and 10. And just like that, they're inside Tennessee territory.
Burline drops back.
Deep drop for Burline. Throws toward the far sideline. Overthrows everybody.
Second down and
Again, you have Eddie George in your backfield. Please do not be afraid to use him. Let this clock run just a little bit here and there. That'd be nice.
the quarterback looks to pass.
It's a nice completion out to the near sideline.
That's the kind of play you need to keep the drive.
Tony
moving.
Horn picks up the first down. Just barely picks it up. I wasn't 100% sure that he got it.
The D shows a 4-3. Burline.
Burline, again, kind of the same, just kind of an out route.
At the
Right at the
29-yard
sticks. Chris Carter, he's been
Nice
fairly
tackle
quiet
after a
today.
big gain by the
Long of
offense.
9, second down in inches.
Looks like
Play action pass. Ooh, Tennessee stepped right in front of that pass. Looked like it probably should have been intercepted.
At the 29-yard line. Defense brings in the big guy.
I stress this. You have Eddie George in your backfield. There you go. Give it to him. He doesn't have to pick up 5-6 yards like that, but
That's the first down.
second and inches, yeah, sure. Go for the big bomb down the field. It wasn't really the biggest bomb in the world, but when you come back on third down, you better be running it or short pass or throw it 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That is a pretty bad way to start a fresh set of downs. A 4-yard loss will get us to the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 14 coming up.
Let's go inside the number.
Yuck.
The Browns must get some momentum built on offense. Anything stand out to you in these stats, Tom?
The offense seemed to have no running game today.
Burline looking to throw.
Burline into between double coverage finds, I believe that's Chris Carter.
That is a testament
He'll pick
to his
up
physical ability.
12. Sets up a third down and 2 with the clock
Third and
moving
2
inside
at the
2 minutes.
16-yard line. I formation, receiver in the slot. Here's the pitch out. Can't bring him down. That's his 5th tackle today.
Chad Brown is an explosive linebacker who can get multiple sacks in a game.
Ryan Lindell on to kick a field goal. Go Cougs. Kick is up and looked like it was going to sail to the left, but
That's his first
instead he
field goal
pushes
today.
it through the uprights and knocks that lead out to 2 scores. Kick is up, kick is good. I think he went to Washington State.
High and to the right. Thrown down by Heath. First down and 10 to go. Number 85 checks in as the H-back. Pass play
First and 10.
by number 85.
Caught and tackled immediately short of the 30-yard line, but 3 yards past the first down marker, so a fresh set of downs to the 29.
The Titans send a man in motion. Pass play. Caught
Short
by
pass
Tony.
out to the flat. Nice job to get upfield, and I like that. Run out of bounds. Didn't seem like you really had the angle to get a whole lot more as far as yardage was concerned. Testaverde, another quick pass.
Amazing takedown
Good
by the
timeout right there. 2nd and 7. I kind of like that play call actually with the timeouts. I think it's frustrating when they don't have timeouts or they don't use their timeouts. But I like the short, quick pass. See if you can turn it into an explosive play. Let your playmakers make plays. Call a timeout real quick. Get regrouped. Go back out there. Pick up the first down. Testaverde into a contested area. One-on-one. Comes away with the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Testaverde.
You know, Chris, the D was
Nice
just
completion. Short of the line to gain, though. They'll hold on to that final timeout as the clock winds. 27 seconds.
Strong eye, 2 tight ends for Tennessee.
Quick snap, throws it, and finds completion right around the 20-yard line. It's going to get dicey here. If you get tackled in the field of play, this first half is likely over.
Send a man in motion.
He might actually be running that little Hail Mary play. If he rolls out to the right immediately, no, he doesn't. Instead, he throws, finds a completion. A good job to get out of bounds. 16 seconds. This is where it's you're kind of done for. Just with how long it takes for them to do the extra. Oh, they're running the Hail Mary situation. He cannot take a sack here. Throws it into the end zone. Finds a completion. Touchdown, Tennessee. With 10 seconds to go in the half. Wow, that is a terrific execution of that play. Weird to see it in the contexts that we have seen it today. Really early in the game or like right before half, but super short distance-wise. Kick is up, kick is good, 10-7. Your score.
The kickoff by Longwell.
Steps out of bounds, 8 seconds to go.
1st and 10. Double tight end, shotgun set for the O. Burline looks downfield.
Burline floats one over the middle. They will not take a timeout. Plexico Burris picks up 13 yards on the catch. 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions for the Titans. 3 for 6 for the Cleveland Browns.
We're underway.
Getting the momentum going for your team in the second half is critical.
That is a terrific job by Tennessee, trying to go for that double dip there.
1st and 10.
They get the first touchdown. They can tie it here with a good drive to start the 4th quarter.
The pitch to Jones. Nowhere to run.
Someone missed the block on that play.
Tony Driver drops him for a loss of 1.
11 to go. Pass play.
Into double coverage and finds the connection. 1st and 10 past the 40-yard line.
What a catch between defenders.
1st down and 10 to go. Testaverde drops back. 2nd and 10.
The ref takes a dive
Shows
and
a 4-3.
it's going to set up a 2nd down and 10.
Testaverde picked up.
What are you
A
doing,
10-yard
computer?
pass by Testaverde.
Relax.
It's amazing. He's 8 for 8 passing on this drive.
Eric Moles did little to distinguish himself in his first few years in the NFL. But once he got his stuff together, he became a real force at the wide receiver spot.
They'll keep it on the ground.
1st and 10. Not a run. It's a fumble. And the Cleveland Browns are going to recover that fumble. Oh, it was such a good opportunity for Tennessee. They scored right before the half. They got a nice drive going there, but cough it up. Cleveland takes over with 3:46 to go in quarter number 3. Burline kind of deflected there. Nice pass block.
Boom, as a lineman, you take pride in
2nd and 10.
up and tipping the ball.
Ooh, nice disguise on the play action. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 10 for the first. The Browns send a man in motion. Burline looks downfield.
Nice catch by Chris Carter in his 15th year. My goodness.
First
Out of
and 10.
Ohio State.
4 down linemen on D. Burline drops back. Brought down by Washington. 3-yard reception by George. That's his second.
Eddie
catch
George with a
of the game.
nice catch. Cleveland apparently liking the Ohio State
Go.
players. I was going to say receivers, but
Burline looks
Uh,
downfield.
Eddie George obviously a
Best thing about
halfback.
just eating the ball.
With no time to throw the ball, the quarterback doesn't have many options.
Good job by Tennessee here to force a 3rd and 14. Good opportunity for them to get off the field
48-yard line.
and negate points off of a turnover. Caught right around the 40, but tackled immediately, and that'll set up 4th down and 4.
Take it away.
They'll give it to him at the 39.
Punt out of bounds.
Punt
They'll
out of
take over from
bounds.
there.
First down and 10. Testaverde drops. He fires, but wide. We're going to call a pass interference on number 42. 1st and 10 at the 18. Not a big penalty yardage-wise, but a fresh set of downs always helpful.
First down.
They tried to get away with one there, but the ref won't have any of it.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. High formation, 2 tight ends for the Titans. Testaverde. drops back.
Testaverde out to the flat. Finds a good completion all the way up to the 35-yard line.
16-yard pass to Jones.
That is what you like to see in those scenarios. You don't need them throwing it 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throw it relatively flat to where you are as a quarterback and let your guy go.
Quarterback looks to pass.
Near sideline into
Proverbial blanket.
3 defenders in the area.
Let's
Not
go
exactly like
inside
triple
the
coverage,
numbers.
but
The Titans have figured out how to beat the secondary of the defense. Anything stand out to you in these stats, Tom?
The offense have done a nice job of mixing up the passing game.
Draw play.
draw
Looks for a
play.
down.
Tries to go the right side. Bounces back toward the middle. Finds a little bit of room. He'll get 9. 3rd and 1.
Quarterback drops back. Caught.
Caught in Cleveland territory, and the Titans getting a little bit more of that offense in rhythm.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Near formation in the backfield.
22.
1st down and 10. Testaverde fires over everybody's outstretched hands, and that'll be 2nd down and 10.
At the 46-yard line. Deep eye, 2 tight ends for the Titans. Here's the handoff.
Hands off. Wow, big hole left side of the line there. Explosive run by Thomas Jones. 4.2 yards a
Use of
carry.
blockers on that play.
And a monster run.
Small and speedy back, but it's still
In
effective.
field goal range now for Tennessee.
Pass play.
Testaverde.
Caught.
A little high for the
2-yard
running back, but a
pass
nice
by
adjustment
Testaverde.
made to come down with the catch. Tony Driver, 6 tackles.
2nd and 7. I formation, receiver in the slot.
Goal 11. Goal 11.
The Titans send a man in motion.
Testaverde to the outside. Nice completion right at the sticks. Thomas Jones, 8 catches, 70 yards. They'll give him the first down. See if they snap the ball one more time before the end of the third quarter. They do right before it ends. He's going to go into double coverage, bat it away. Roman Pfeiffer.
That's his first pass defended today.
If he throws too many
All
more
right,
throws,
Tennessee, excellent opportunity for them to tie.
At the end of the third quarter,
Maybe take a lead if they're careful. But we're heading to the fourth quarter. Cleveland 10, Tennessee 7. Winner's going to put themselves in an excellent position to get into the playoffs. Might even be like a win it in sort of situation. So one of these teams is going to end up with 9 wins. AFC Central / North, always the most competitive and wildest division when we get down to this part of the season. It is wild how consistent that is across multiple different games, across multiple different years. It's a nice find to Eric Bould's third catch of the day. First down and 10. Just outside of the just outside the 10. We're going to go with a draw play. Tried to find some room, but a nice job by the Cleveland defensive line to get off the block and tackle him before he can make a big gash. See the first down marker there, about a yard out. So there is room to pick up a first down before a touchdown, though it is slim. 2nd and 9. Testaverde drops back, throws over the middle. I don't know how that was not a completed pass. He had exactly what he wanted, a receiver streaking across open. Just never looked like he looked for the ball. 3rd and 9. Testaverde to the flat, trying to find a completion there, maybe make a man miss, but instead they are going to settle. For a field goal try. The kick is up, the kick is good, and we're knotted up at 10.
That's his first field goal today. Here's the kick. Breaks the tackle. Tackled by Bellamy. First down and 10 to go. Split backfield for the Browns. Burline looking to throw.
Now that was a bone-crushing hit.
John Mobley, 1 tackle and a pass defense. 2nd and 10, under 4 to go here. Burline finds a receiver. Out past the first down marker, it's Chris Carter, 6 catches, 59 yards, averaging just like a shade under 10 yards a catch, as long as 12. And it's 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Burline drops and goes same sideline he did last time, but overthrows everybody.
2nd and 10. The pitch to George. Around the right corner. 3rd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Burline. Oh, he had it in his hands, but he dropped it. Cleveland a little too aggressive with the passing here, and the incompletions pile up. They run out of rhythm, and it's 4th and 5. Tom Ruin coming in here.
Turns on the speed.
Terrific return there for the Tennessee Titans. They were down multiple scores here. And a good opportunity for them to take the lead. Excellent kicker, excellent punt return. We don't see a ton of really great punt returns. I think we've seen one all the way to the house. But it gives Tennessee very good field position.
2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Goal 11. Goal 11. Set.
Testaverde went with a very weird-looking fake there. The animation seemed to catch him off guard. That seemed like a very long animation for that situation.
The Titans send a man in motion.
3rd down and 12.
Quarterback drops back.
Overthrows everybody, and with 2:08, we're going to see yet another punt. From the 5 all the way up to the 20-yard line. One last play before the 2-minute warning whistles, and we're going to hopefully get Cleveland to drive down the field and maybe kick a field goal. We don't need 2 overtime games here at Week 17. Burline finds a receiver in that mess there. It's Chris Carter. 7 catches, 68 yards.
Perfectly positioned for the catch.
To the outside for Burline. Not a great drive defensively there. Stanley Pritchett comes away with a reception that looked like it was going to be a lot tougher, but the defensive back stayed back a little bit too much and allowed for a fairly easy completion. Burline gets the ball out past the 40, finds Chris Carter yet again. Average dropping under 9 to 8.7. They need 25 yards for a field goal attempt. Burline deflected. Nice defensive play there by Dwayne Washington. 5 tackles in his second pass defense of the day. 3rd and 8.
But that well seems to have dried up.
Burline looking to throw.
It's very hard to
Burline
catch the
into
ball
a
when you're laying
high
flat on
traffic area.
Line up to punt it away.
And the Magic overtime score today apparently is 10-10. Obviously Tennessee has time to get down the field, kick a game-winning field goal, but the other game that went into overtime today was 10-10.
What a move. 1st and 10. Strong eye, 2 tight ends for the Titans. Testaverde drops back.
Ooh, Testaverde almost threw an interception right off the bat, but
Let's go inside the number.
lucky to get away with that one. It's like they've had short left and middle right. Been their most effective spots to pick on here. Testaverde finds a completion of 8, takes a timeout, 59 seconds to go.
Testaverde, quick drop.
Oh my goodness, went with a
Had
one-handed
position,
catch
just
but
get a
couldn't come
solid
up with
grip
it.
on the ball.
Testaverde with a quick pass, looked like he had what he wanted. The defense wasn't really like all that near it, but weird play.
First and 10.
Does Cleveland have a game-winning drive in them? Oh, they got a nice completion there to get a good start. Right where they were when they had the ball last time, about 25 yards, maybe 30.
Send a man in motion.
1st and 10, they're going to run the Hail Mary sort of play.
Burline.
He's going to get rid of it. Big bomb down the field, incomplete. Earl Holmes with a fumble recovery, 5 tackles, and a sack. He's your game MVP, even though the game is tied.
Quarterback drops back. 3rd and 10 at the 37-yard line. 3-5 for the Browns.
Getting so tired of these quarterbacks just winging it all over the field, and it's incomplete. Intercepted. Okay, that's technically a completion, just to the wrong team. Might have just cost Cleveland their season.
Under 30 seconds to go.
Now Tennessee with an opportunity. They need 30 yards or so for the game-winning field goal. Testaverde finds a completion. Spin move inside the 35, down at the 34-yard line. Looked like they were going to be tackled inbounds, so they go ahead and call the timeout. I think they are out of timeouts. They might have one left. 21 seconds. Testaverde pushes the ball down the field. Not a whole lot of room to work with on that side. 2nd and 10. Testaverde again pushing the ball down the field, same sideline, and again, nothing there.
Quarterback looks to pass.
Testaverde maybe gets a good incompletion there. Again, I don't know how many timeouts they have. And with the amount of time left, Tennessee would have run out of time to kick the field goal. So they'll kick a long one with 10 seconds left. It is good. Tennessee 13, Cleveland 10 with 5 seconds to go.
Here's the kick. Tackled by Robinson.
Second down. Second down.
19-yard
1st and 10, 2 seconds to go.
Shotgun set for the O. Burline looking to throw.
And that will do it. Cleveland falls to Tennessee 13-10. Got to go back to week 4. That is an important game to note. Week 4. Cleveland ran out of time on a game-winning field goal attempt. There's no guarantee that he would have made it, but you got to throw that in there. They're going to come up probably a win short, making it into the playoffs. You pick up that victory against Jacksonville earlier in the season, you're not in this situation. Now, unfortunately for us, this Packers-Vikings game, which I don't think actually matters, is before the 49ers-Cowboys game. So let's go ahead and simulate some stuff here. Vikings all over the Packers, 20-3. On my birthday, no less. So the NFC looks like this. The Packers are going to be the 3 seed. Which just means that they'll get a home playoff game. Cowboys are 8-7. The Vikings are 8-8. So now that the Cowboys game becomes pretty important. The Vikings might be able to flip the script, but I kind of doubt it. If the Cowboys lose, it could open up a potential spot for the Eagles, but they would have to beat the Giants. The Giants are well positioned to actually they're 9-6, so they are in the playoffs. Now, what we're looking at here is the AFC side of things a little bit more, specifically the AFC Central. Titans are going to pick up that win. That's going to put them above the Ravens, and that's where things get interesting here. How do the tiebreakers work? It looks like they're going to give the Titans the spot over the Ravens. Could the Steelers win? Do they have a tiebreaker over the Ravens? And what about the Raiders? Can they win a little bit later today? Browns finish 8-8, as do the Colts and Dolphins. So, Central, Bengals, the Jaguars are going to finish 7-9. So you have Giants and Eagles, or you have Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. I think we'll go ahead and watch Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. It feels like an outside shot that the Eagles would make the playoffs even with a victory. They also would need to rely on the Cowboys, but since we can't watch the Cowboys game without watching the Bengals game, we'll watch some more AFC North football. That's kind of how it goes here, especially toward the end of the season. So we'll watch some AFC Central. I said North, but I meant Central. AFC Central football here. And I think that we'll call it after that. Eagles feel like such an outside shot, but if the Cowboys win, then it doesn't really matter. Raiders-Broncos is another game that could play a factor, but I kind of doubt it. We get a snowy Cincinnati. Cincinnati can even their record up at 8-8. They were leading the AFC Central at one point, but they had a massive 6-game losing streak that completely derailed their season. So we'll see what happens here in our fourth and final matchup of the day. I do appreciate how quickly it seemed that these
Thanks, Tom.
playoff spots kind of just evaporated.
I expect to see a lot of slipping and sliding going on down there today.
Toomer back to receive
Save
the
it.
kick.
And we are underway here in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they have ripped off 3 wins in a row in real life to put themselves into playoff contention. I know it's early. Got off to a bit of a rough start for them, but they are in, I believe, the 7th spot right now. Obviously, plenty of time to work with. But
Strong side, 2 tight ends for the Steelers.
pitch to the outside.
They lost a few yards
Cincinnati
on that,
all
but
over it,
Bengals
drops them for a loss.
There must have been a communication breakdown in the center's line call.
Ooh, nice disguise on the play action. Tackled at the 37-yard line.
The quarterback may have been wiser throwing the ball away than forcing it in like that. But hey, they'll take the completion.
Yeah, Bengals currently sitting in that 7 spot. Only a couple of games setting Kansas City apart from Cincinnati between first and last place.
Handoff to Allen. Second down and 5 to go. Ball.
Ooh, a fumble. It's going to be recovered by the Steelers. Ooh, that was hard on the throat there. Jimmy Smith, Terrell Owens. Thankfully, last night I got the 2K24 for Wednesday recorded, so that's all ready to roll. And hopefully I'll be good enough by Thursday when I would need to record the next 2K24. Intercepted. So it's fumbled on the previous play, and then they just throw an interception anyway. A bit of an arm punt. And it's 1st and 10 for the Bengals at the 25-yard line.
Man in motion. Greasy looking to throw.
That's a nice find. Greasy.
Runs out of bounds.
Completion, first completion on his first attempt, goes for about 15 there. That is a very nice play. As we take a look at the backs and receivers. Bayaka Patuku.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Bayaka Patuka.
They'll run the play.
Can't remember how to pronounce it. I know the tricky part. I just don't know the ending syllable.
Quarterback drops back.
Greasy hit well after the play. That is roughing the passer. It's not back then,
Second down and 6 to go.
but that is clearly roughing the passer in 2023. Second down and 6 after the 4-yard gain.
The Bengals send a man in motion. Greasy drops back.
Greasy, deep pass, intercepted on that side.
Stop at
So
the
teams
16-yard
trade
line.
takeaways,
That's his
and it's
first
1st down and
interception
10.
of the game.
Halfway through
Pittsburgh
quarter
ball.
number 1. 4th and final game of the day. Pittsburgh might be able to stamp their ticket to a playoff berth.
Pitch to the
Cincinnati just looking to end at 500.
back. Running right.
I don't think they'll be able to get in, but we'll see what happens. We also have a couple of teams with the ties. Denver, Seattle. Talked about those teams. If they can match 8 wins and there's a spot left, does the tie give them that half-game difference?
The defender gets
It'll be
a hand.
counted differently.
Incomplete.
That is a
That's his
last
first
name,
pass
Kazenmoyer.
defended today.
Chris, they should regroup and try.
I would expect to see a little bit more of the run game here in the snowy weather conditions, but both these teams out and passing. And it's led to some not good plays. Each team with an interception.
That ball had been knocked down, but it honestly should have been intercepted.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Pull back to the strong side, receiver in the slot for the O. The pitch to Allen.
Chris, the defense got penetration. End of play.
Second down and 13 to go. The Steelers send a man in motion. Here's the run. Howard right.
Run to the outside.
By Allen. Third and 8 at the 34-yard line. D sets up against the pass. The quarterback looks to pass. Tackled by Katzenmoyer.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh.
Pull back to the strong side. 2 tight ends for Pittsburgh. It's a fumble.
Oh, it's a fumble, and it's going to be recovered again by Pittsburgh. It's flipped up over the shoulder.
Second and 11. The pitch to Allen. Forced back of the line. 3rd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
3rd down and 9 here. 14 seconds and counting. Bledsoe drops back, and it's deflected. Have we seen Pittsburgh?
Not only was the read bad, it was an even worse throw.
Well, he needs to try and get on track here in the first half.
We did back in week 4, week 15 as well. Okay. The Steelers are a team that we didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to. They kind of quietly went on a big win streak. And got a lot of help from other teams kind of faltering around them. So they are looking to punch a long win streak and turn that into a playoff berth. I need to go try to find some more water if I'm going to keep commentating any more of these games.
The pitch fumble.
Ooh, boy, the ball is slippery today. That is the 3rd fumble we've seen. Recovered all by the team who fumbled it. The only turnovers have been the interceptions. And the clock winds. 2nd and 18 after the big loss and the fumble. It's a fumble. Greasy to the flat. Easy completion to the 20.
A 2-yard reception by Allstott.
Mike Allstott.
3rd down and 16 for the first. Strong eye, 3 wide for Cincinnati. Pass play. The defender gets a hand on it. Incomplete. Here's their first punt of the game. First and 10 at the 48-yard line. Strong eye, receiver in the slot for the Steelers. Here's the handoff. Tackled by number 53. Second down and 5 to go. Defense shows blitz.
Blue 81. Blue 81. Set.
Handoff to Allen. Tackled by Lassiter. Allen gets the first down.
He saw the whole field on that play and made the most of his opening.
Set.
drops back. There's a man down on the field. It appears to be an arm injury.
They'll have to play differently if this injury proves to be serious. It will be a real blow to their game plan.
81. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped by goal. Second down and 7 to go. Far formation in the backfield. They're going to run it. Whoa, who says you can't lay a hit on offense? The report from the locker room is a broken arm by Lassiter. He's out for 1 to 3 weeks. The Steelers send a man in motion. Pass play. Caught. Thrown down by Katzenmoyer. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Set.
Here's the run. Runs right. A 1-yard run for the touchdown.
They did an excellent job with their assignments. They always get a hat on a hat. They don't necessarily get a big push all the time, but that's where the running back has to make the play.
It's good. That's his first extra point today. Here's the kick. Thrown down by number 26.
So we have some good
A
old
first down.
fresh
2 minutes to
water.
go in the half.
That's how you can tell that my throat really doesn't feel good. I have like a quarter of a Mountain Dew left. Haven't drank it.
Ball to Timmy Bayaka-Batuka.
So, Bayaka
What
Patuka
a great jump he got on the snap.
gets a loss of 1 on that one. Pittsburgh drives down, scores a touchdown. Under 2 to go here in the second quarter.
Play action fake.
Almost drove on the ball to pick that one off.
3rd and 11 at the 27-yard line. The D sets up against the pass. Greasy looks downfield. Johnson in traffic.
How did he find that completion? Kevin Johnson.
1-for-1 passing on this drive.
Second catch, long of 14. That converts for first down. Greasy drops back and he throws into double coverage. Keith Lyle comes away with the deflection there.
The knock on Darrell Russell is that he takes a play off now and then, but when he's on and firing, there aren't many people that can stop him.
Pass play. He can't bring it in. Incomplete pass.
That is inexcusable.
Lot of running, or a lot of throwing here in the snow.
Greasy looking to throw.
Greasy going to the sideline, deflected nicely by that Steelers defense.
Darrell Russell has become a
And that sets up 4th down and 10. Punt coming for Cincinnati. Team that absolutely fell apart down the stretch.
Tackled by Weaver. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
See what Pittsburgh does here with just over a minute to go in the half. Starting at the 22-yard line. Bledsoe slings it down the field, finds a completion. He'll call a timeout after the massive gain out to the 47-yard line.
Handoff to Allen.
I don't love the play call there, especially when you're going to call a timeout immediately. It's a short gain of just 2, and you burn a timeout. 54 seconds to go. Bledsoe is going with a quarterback sneak.
At the 47-yard line.
What is happening?
Bledsoe
Play action
looking to
pass.
throw.
Fires it over
Pass defended
to the
today.
receiver, but
Quarterback has to be careful
there
and
was
not
a
throw into double cover.
defender immediately in the way. 4th down and 5. Actually caught by the Pittsburgh guy. Coverage man.
Quarterback drops back.
One-handed grab by Akapatuka.
As we go inside
There is
the numbers.
nothing interesting about those numbers. Don't really know why you showed them.
The offense has been simply getting the ball off underneath and letting their athletes make the plays with the ball.
We'll keep it on the ground.
Should just be willing to run this second quarter clock out.
3rd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Pittsburgh used 2 kind of silly timeouts. Well, one of them wasn't too bad, I guess.
Reese looking to throw.
Incomplete pass is going to bail Pittsburgh out.
Incomplete.
4th and 3.
A 20-yard return by Ingram.
Boom, the returner has put the momentum back onto his team's side.
It was a really nice return there immediately in Pittsburgh, in Cincinnati territory. We're going to go for that play action pass. Bledsoe has the arm. Has just enough time to get it out of his hand, and it's going to be short.
Stop by Kelly.
We got a big completion down to the 1. Problem is he needed to get it in the end zone because it was the final play of the half.
Smith has quietly become one of the best receivers in football.
At halftime, the Steelers
-7 rushing yards for Cincinnati. 1 takeaway for each team. Only 1 for 4 on 3rd down, and just not a whole lot of yards to work with for the Bengals. So Pittsburgh leads 7-0 as we hit the second half of our final regular season game here in ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. We're turned out to about the 18-yard line, and that is where they will start. Actually, it's a 16.5. My bad.
The pitch to the back.
Pitch to the outside. Tackled a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Gets thrown forward. So they'll give him maybe a gain of 1. Yeah, 2nd down and 9.
At the 17-yard line. Defense shows blitz. The pitch out.
Pitch to Akapatuka. This is what you want to see. Cincinnati just run the ball. Shoestring tackle.
A 22-yard run for the first down.
Give your defense time to implement the adjustments. I know this is the first drive of the second half. Got a little ahead of myself there. A really nice run. It looked like it was going to be off to the races. A good effort on the tackle by the Pittsburgh defender to stop him by the shoestrings. 1st and 10 at the 40. That'll take those -7 rushing yards and turn it into a positive. Big play. Go with another run by Akapatuka up the middle. He'll get up to 44, 45, somewhere in there, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line. The defense stacks the line with 8 in the box. Here's the handoff. Forced back at the line.
All gobbled up and nowhere to go. 3rd down and 6.
Defense set up to stop the run. Running play.
Go with a run. Nice. I like the play call there. You're going to try and get it out to midfield. Unfortunately, they're going to be a little bit short, and that is going to force the punt. But I at least like that they're kind of just keeping it on the ground. It's okay to milk the clock a little bit. And the running game has been effective here early in the 3rd quarter. End over end kick will be returned from the 10. And he'll get 2 right about the 20-yard line. Bobby Ingram appears to be injured.
He limps to the sidelines, but under his own power. That's a good sign.
He's off to get x-rays. Let's hope it's not too bad.
The pitch out by
Pitch to the outside. Drug down right at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line. 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line. Throw set 3 wide for the Steelers. The pitch
2nd
to the
and
back.
9. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Cincinnati defense. Ingram has a pulled quad.
Now 2 to 4 weeks with a pulled
2 to
quad.
4 weeks could be a big problem for Pittsburgh as they try to punch their ticket to the postseason.
The quarterback
Bledsoe missed his wide open target. Wide open is probably a bit of a stretch, but missed an open target there. It's going to bring up 4th and 12.
brought down by number 26.
The ball comes down and the return man has good coverage. A nice bit of containment by the kicking team.
Flag 16. Flag 16. Set.
The Bengals send a man in motion.
Cut.
Greasy looks down.
Greasy.
It's caught.
Nice completion deep into Pittsburgh territory. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Clean pocket. Time to find the open man. Nice adjustment to get up the ladder and get that ball.
10. I formation, receiver in the slot. Greasy drops back.
Finds another completion. I believe that's Bayaka Patuka.
10-yard reception by Bayaka Patuka.
It was a nice spot to get it. He got both feet inbounds. Tried to run, but hit the sideline pretty immediately. 1st and 10. Greasy again going to the near side. He's going to be right at the sticks. Marvin Harrison, 6th year out of Syracuse. 2nd down and short.
1 to go. Defense shows blitz. Greasy looking to throw.
Ooh,
Thing about
I
that
thought he
is if
had
you
it,
can
but
get a guy on him, you can neutralize
he
him.
was not able to
But
hold
that's
on to
easier
it.
said than done.
3rd down and inches. See if he can just run it here, pick up the 1st down. There's no reason to take a shot at the end zone, get a fresh set, go and play action pass. It's going to be deflected at the line.
Feeling the sting of that ball.
Cincinnati can't take advantage of the
Field goal unit.
positive plays of the good rhythm to get into the end zone. Instead, they're going to come up short on a 3rd and short. 4th and short will bring out Jason Elam, who will knock it through for 3.
It's good. That's his first field goal today. Here's the kick. Stopped by goal. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Defense shows blitz.
Green 22. Green 22. Set.
Alexander with the ball.
Oh, wow. What a run right off that right side. Ripped off a big gain. It's going to be 2nd down in inches. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. We're going to see a false start. Oh, a 2nd and inches. Turns in. I don't know where I'm pointing. This way?
Offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
It sounded like the defense may have enticed the lineman into the false start with false cadence.
2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5 after the 2nd down and inches penalty. Going with a draw play right up the middle.
At the 32-yard line.
Dan Alexander averaging 3 yards a carry, and he's had his best 2 runs of the day. 1st and 10. with another draw, and again, the Steelers do a good job to open up a big hole for the back to accelerate through. Picks up 6, 2nd and 4.
Red 90. Red 90. Set. Cut.
Running play.
Another run play. Steelers keeping it on the ground here as they approach midfield. That'll do it for quarter number 3. Cincinnati got close to maybe trying to even it up, but they couldn't convert on a 3rd and short, and they settle for a field goal. 7-3 through 3 here on youtube.com/Shawnosaurus Rex, home of the very tired host, whose throat does not feel good.
Handoff to Allen.
Cincinnati making an adjustment to make sure that they're not ripping off big runs here in the 4th quarter. Prevents them from getting much, gain of 1. Pittsburgh in their
2nd down and 9
clock.
to go. 3 wide receivers set out of the eye.
Clock management.
The pitch out. Running right. Stop by number 28.
Boom, boom, clap, ba boom, clap, clap, clappity, boom, bitty, boom, bitty, clap.
3rd down and 5 for the first. The D playing a 3-4. Bledsoe with the play fake.
Oh, Bledsoe just missed his man. It looked like he had what he was looking for over the middle. Couldn't find the connection, and they will have to punt the ball away with 3:51 to go. Can Cincinnati drive down the field and play spoiler here to the rival Pittsburgh Steelers? Cincinnati celebrated their 400th franchise victory with the win over Buffalo. Going for the screenplay by Ekpatuka. Pretty explosive play to start the drive. Those aren't always run very well, but a nice job there. 1st and 10. Ekpatuka, there you go. Tries to find the pitch lane, but kind of cuts it back to the middle. Still gains 6.
Greasy drops back. He passes the marker. A 10-yard pass by Greasy. 1st down and 10 to go. Here's the handoff. Tackle.
So let's
at the
see.
46-yard line. 2nd down. With under
390, 466, and 5 overall. I don't know why they said 400 total. Oh, because they have 10 playoff wins.
Driven
Okay.
into the ground by the defender. 3rd and 13 at the 42-yard
Count the
line.
10 playoff wins.
Strong eye for the Bengals.
They have a ways to go to try to even up that record, but maybe you can do it with Joe Burrow under under center. Excuse me.
Incomplete. That's his 3rd pass defended this game.
So 4th down and 13. I agree with the punt here. No reason to go for it on this down and distance. Don't give them a field goal and force the touchdown to tie. Kick it deep. Trust your defense. Get the touchdown, win the game. 2:15 is the amount of time they'll have from the 23-yard line.
Here's the pitch out.
Nice job by that defense to make sure he goes nowhere.
Lost a few yards on
Fernando Bryant.
Start to mix up the play calling in the running department.
We will hit the 2-minute warning.
At the 2-minute warning, the Steelers 7, Bengals 3. Let's go inside the numbers.
Inside the
Anything stand out to you in these
numbers.
stats, Tom?
The offense seemed to be winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers send a man in motion.
2nd and 12.
Ball to Allen. The shoestring tackle by Bryant.
Third down and 3.
Third down and 3 for the first. 3 wide receivers set out of the eye. Ball to Allen.
Oh, there it is. There's the stop Cincinnati needs. Now, they're not doing a good job calling a timeout. It's the best time to call a timeout, but they forced the 4th and 2. Pittsburgh with good clock management here to just wind it down as much as they can. I don't know what Cincinnati's doing. I don't understand why they're so bad at this.
Here's their 5th punt today.
Ooh, what a terrific tackle there by the coverage unit to get him down immediately. Forced fumble. 2 forced fumbles, 4 tackles for Courtner Ledyard.
The MVP is just icing on the cake
Ledyard?
for this true professional.
Greasy looking to throw.
Greasy short over the middle. That's a good incomplete pass. You don't want to burn a timeout there. It's going to take you too much time to get through all the animations and stats and all that.
Greasy looks downfield.
Greasy deflected.
Incomplete.
Zach Thomas, 2 QB knocks, 2 passes defense, and I believe 3 tackles.
Really quick to the ball. Covers the outside runs as well as any linebacker in the game.
Pass play.
Greasy over the middle finds the one-handed catch. Should see a quick timeout here. They're going to actually call pass interference on that. They're going to call it the Bengals will decline the penalty. Don't often see a defensive pass interference called and they actually make the catch.
Greasy looking to throw.
Greasy to Bayaka Patuka. He'll just run right out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It's a loss of 2, not a great play or a good pass there.
Greasy looking to throw.
Right at the first down marker, take a timeout. 3rd down and inches. I'd have to try and run it here, actually, and get the first down.
Greasy looks downfield.
Instead, Greasy's going to push the ball up the field, and that is not a good plan on his part. 4th down and inches. Just get the first down here, take a timeout. Instead, Greasy going to throw the ball. It's incomplete, and that'll do it. Pittsburgh is going to get the 7-3 victory. I don't like either of those last 2 calls, especially on 4th down. They look like they were only going to rush 3 people. We've been running the ball fairly effectively. We'll get 2 more snaps here, and Pittsburgh, I believe, will continue their big win streak. We will sim through all the games. We'll get you scores, primetime players, standings updates, and we'll get you set for next week's wild card round, where hopefully my throat doesn't hurt so much.
That's the game.
7-3, your final. A couple big stands there by the Pittsburgh Steelers defense on downs and distances, and short. Very interesting week of football as we wrap up week number 17. Go ahead and simulate through the rest of that. Ooh, Chargers all over the Seahawks, 37-10. I don't think Seattle won much. The Raiders pick up a victory, the Eagles pick up a victory, but the Cowboys win, so that'll solidify them in the playoffs. Let's start at the top. Buccaneers 13-10 in a wild finish. It's a game that the Ravens probably should have won, but the Buccaneers got the only blocked field goal we've seen all season at the perfect time. 13-10 your final there. Cardinals over the Panthers 7-0. Falcons beat the Dolphins 9-0 behind 3 field goals. Bills over the Jets by 3, 13-10. Lions over the Bears 13-6. Titans beat the Browns 13-10. Colts beat the Rams 7-0. Jaguars fall to Kansas City 24-16. The Vikings clobber the Packers 20-3. Steelers beat the Bengals 7-3. Cowboys all over the 49ers 24-10. Eagles even with the victory 12-7. They miss the playoffs. Raiders beat the Broncos by 1, 7-6. Chargers beat the Seahawks 37-10, and the Saints take care of Washington 10-3. Rich Gannon, your primetime player on the AFC offensive side, 342 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. Bobby Taylor, 1 interception return for a touchdown, 2 interceptions and 2 tackles for the same San Diego Chargers. And Chris Brown, he's getting in on the fun as well, as we see the Chargers take all 3 primetime player spots in the AFC, 3 field goals, 4 extra points. Michael Pittman, primetime player on NFC offense, 2 rushing touchdowns on 79 yards. Kevin Hardy, 6 tackles, 3 sacks for the Carolina Panthers. And Matt Stover had 3 field goals to be your NFC special teams primetime player. Wildcard playoffs look like this. I guess it's kind of technically a spoiler, but we'll take a look at the standings. Sorry about that. The Rams finished 10-3 in the NFC. They lose 3 in a row, but still end up with the number 1 seed. The Falcons will be the 4 spot because the Rams and the Falcons are both in the NFC West. Packers are the 2. The Bucs will be the 5. Cowboys the 3, and the Giants the 6. So 2 from each conference. And 5 of the teams finished 9-7. The Vikings and Eagles just on the outside. They needed the Cowboys or the Bucs to lose today. Maybe the Falcons as well to give themselves an opportunity to get into the playoffs. Cowboys and Giants tie. I believe it's going to go to the Cowboys, NFC East champions, though it doesn't. It kind of matters, I suppose. But 2 9-7 teams will make it into the playoffs from the NFC East. Eagles at 8-8, and then the Arizona Cardinals and Washington finish at 7-9. The Rams, they win the NFC West. They had that locked up for quite a while, even with a 3-game losing streak. They're still able to figure it out. Falcons finished 9-7. Panthers and Saints shockingly finished better than the 49ers. 6-10, 6-10, and 5-11. The 49ers dropped 7, or their final 7 games. Packers look like they're going to win the NFC Central, 9-7, alongside the Buccaneers. The Vikings are 8-8, and the Lions and Bears were 7-9. Surprisingly competitive NFC Central. Over in the AFC side of things, the Chiefs will be the 1 seed, the Bills will be the 2, the Patriots the 4, the Raiders the 5, the Steelers the 3, and the Titans the 6. They're sending 3 9-7 teams, and the Ravens, I don't believe they make the playoffs. They fall, and they lost. They lost, oh my goodness. They lost that game on a blocked field goal that cost them a playoff spot. Unreal. So a total of 8 9-7 teams are going to make it in to the playoffs, which is wild. And 1 missed the playoffs. Browns, Colts, Dolphins just on the outside. Seattle lost 6 in a row to fall to 7-8. They were 7-2-1 and could not pick up 1, maybe 2 victories to put themselves in position. The Broncos lost their final 2 games. The Bengals lost their final 3 games. I think they picked up all of their 9. They were like 6-1. They were looking really good. The AFC East has the Bills and the Patriots atop at 10-6. Colts and Dolphins finish 8-8, and the Jets 6-10. The Chiefs were 11-5. The Raiders were 9-7. Seahawks 7-8-1, as are the Broncos. The Chargers 6-10. Steelers won 7 in a row to take the AFC Central. They finished 9-7. They were 2-7. They won their final 7 games, and the AFC Central. The Titans and Ravens also 9-7. The Titans finish on a 3-game win streak. The Ravens lose a heartbreaker. Browns at 8-8. Bengals and Jaguars at 7-9. And that'll do it. Let's get you set up for week wildcard playoffs. Raiders taking on the Bills. The Ravens and the Titans. Oh, the Ravens made the playoffs. So then who missed the playoffs? The Steelers missed the playoffs? Yeah, the Steelers. Did the Steelers miss the playoffs? Okay, now I'm confused. Why would they list them third? It's not even in alphabetical order. Alright, well, I thought the Ravens missed the playoffs, but they didn't. Alright. So the Steelers missed the playoffs? These are your 4 matchups, though. Raiders, Bills, Ravens, Titans, Cowboys, Bucks, Falcons, Packers. And that'll be your slate of games for next week. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a little bit messier than some of the other videos have been, trying to figure out which games to watch and which were important and not important. These are the weeks where it's a little bit trickier because I just don't have a way to like input it into some kind of, maybe a spreadsheet would work or something like that, find their tiebreakers, but I have to also find the information, and that's not always provided in some of these games, especially like this one and NFL Fever can be a little bit tricky at times, but hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry, my throat hurt a little bit, so I was a little bit quieter, kind of up and down, in and out, trying to get some water to hopefully alleviate whatever is going on with me. So, yeah, check out Random Rosters. No, MVP 06 NCAA baseball with the Washington State Cougars tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific time, if you like that. Yeah, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. I got to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week for exciting wildcard action.